Are we on? Yes.
We're
Welcome
on.
to the Coffee Slut podcast. Irala, she's like ready. She's like, I'm ready to
I'm like,
spill the
let me
tea.
clear my throat.
Well, thank you for being here. I want to start off with obviously this is Dennise. She moved to this new city in Austin a couple years back, and she also started a social club. It's called Her Social Club, which
Mm.
is exciting because this is her first year. And I
It's
just
only
want to
been
get
like what? How many months?
it's been like a couple months.
Right? Not that
No,
long.
not that
Yeah.
long. But I'm excited to talk to her. And first, I want to start off with what is your coffee order?
So okay, it depends where I'm going.
Okay, give us
I
one.
feel like everyone has their signature drink for a specific place.
Yeah.
So today, I chose Summer Moon
Okay, beautiful.
because that's my I want to say like number one coffee
They're
shop.
they're consistent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and okay, in general, I'm always like a shaken espresso
Yeah.
iced. I like my coffee strong, like super strong. But Summer Moon has this chestnut latte that I really love,
And it's
and
only for winter?
yeah.
Okay.
So when I went there, I'm like, okay, it's meant to be. But
And you
yeah,
would say Summer Moon's your number one. Okay,
yes,
cool. Okay, cool. Because that was like my next question. Your favorite
coffee
coffee
shop,
shop. What about when you go back home? What's your favorite coffee shop over there?
girl.
If you can think of one.
I just I go to Starbucks. Yeah.
You're like it's Starbucks.
No, I feel like when I go back home, it's only for like a couple days, and I don't really like take the time to go out and look
Explore.
for like a new coffee shop.
Yeah.
Houston is so big, you know. And
I
then when I'm
know.
there, I'm like, spending time with my family. So it's either Starbucks or like my mom's coffee,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Um
Feel right at home.
yeah.
Okay. So I want to start from the beginning. What made you, who made you who you are today? Or growing up, how is it like your childhood?
Yeah.
Because we're both the eldest daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think we could definitely start there. Being the oldest daughter, you already have like a lot of pressure not only
Mm-hmm.
from your parents but from your siblings, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um I feel like for both of my siblings, because I have two younger ones. Well, like okay, let's go back. I have a 27-year-old sister, 22 or 23-year-old brother, and then my youngest sister who is 6. But before she came along, it was just us three, and my parents separated very, very when I was young.
We have like a similar story because my parents like
Yeah,
separated too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to see, like, when it hit me, like, damn, I have to help. You know,
Yeah.
I think it was when my parents separated. We were living with my mom. She was working a lot, so I kind of had to make sure that my siblings were good.
Yeah.
But
Taken care of.
yeah, taken care of, and I feel like they looked up to me and followed me a lot. So let's just say, like, I don't know, on the weekends when it was like my dad's weekend and I didn't want to go to my dad's, they'll be like, well, I don't want to go either then if
Mm-hmm.
she's not going. So I can already see, okay, they're following what I'm
Yeah.
doing. So that right there was like, okay, I gotta make sure that I'm on top of school, on top of like anything that I was trying to get into. I wanted to make sure that it was either something good so that they see, okay, she's not, I don't know, doing drugs
Yeah.
or,
Yeah.
Um, so that brings me to why I decided to go to college.
Where'd you go?
U of H in downtown.
Okay.
Yeah. And I really didn't want to go to school.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
But I knew that my parents were already like, oh no, she's going to go to school,
Expecting you to go and stuff like that. Yeah.
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 Because I'm also the first grandchild.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
From
Wait,
both
no.
sides?
No, I'm not. From my dad's, I'm the second.
Okay.
From my mom's, I'm the first.
No, I'm the first from both sides. So I'm talking about like my grandparents saying like, "Oh, when you go to school, I'll buy you a car. Like when you
Oh
go to
wow. Okay.
college, I'll buy you a car." And I'm like, "Okay, I really want a car, so I'm gonna go to college." Um, and yeah, I think I went to high school already just not really thinking like, what am I gonna go to school for? I never thought about like, okay, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? I mean, I was only like I was a teenager. You
Yeah.
don't think about that. I knew that I liked being around kids and teaching them. So I'm like, okay, I can be a teacher, but I didn't think about like, do they make money? It was more of like, what's gonna make me happy? What
Mhm.
am I gonna enjoy doing? Now today, I mean, everybody knows teachers don't make anything,
Mhm.
and it sucks because it's it's a rewarding job if you really like it,
Yeah. You love
like
it.
yeah, like when you see the kids, learning from you and just them looking up to you is already so rewarding, but then it's like, okay, how much am I really making?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went to school to be a teacher and I graduated right before COVID, moved out here to Austin, already thinking like, okay, yeah, I can teach at a school over there or over
Mhm.
here. And COVID hit and I was like, I'm not doing the virtual
The virtual
teaching. Like
teaching.
I'm not starting my first year doing that. But I'm saying all that because I've learned that no matter what you decide to do with your life, nobody is gonna follow your steps.
Mhm.
Because not saying that my siblings are wrong for not going to school, but I was doing it mainly for them, not
Yeah.
even for me because I really wanted to go. Girl, school was already expensive.
Yeah. Alone. Just one
Yeah,
year.
yeah. And now I'm like, I don't think I will ever go back into teaching.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say that I went to school and it was a waste because I mean, I do have that to fall back on, but I don't know. I feel like I would have, if I would have gone to school, I would have gone for like marketing or something because that's what I really love doing.
Yeah.
But back then I didn't have that passion like I do now.
Yeah. The what was I gonna say? The teaching and like also kind of like, okay, you're 18. What do you want to do forever?
Yeah, yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to know that already?
No, yeah. And the high school that I went to, all the seniors were required to apply to at least 10 different universities.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. And they would be on us like, you've only applied to 6. Like, you need to make sure you apply to your last 4. Um, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what I want to go to school for. So I was always like, whatever, I'm going to do teaching. But it was a rush decision. Because obviously in the application for universities, you have to put what do you want to major in and minor in. I'm like, okay, I wasn't even looking into minoring. I'm like, I just want to go to school for one thing,
Yeah. So 10 schools you applied to. Were you in a program? Because I was in like College Forward and that helped me get into
It was
school.
a it was something similar to that every senior had to be a part of. Um and that was the class that they told us like, you have to apply to at least 10 schools and I would talk to my friends like, well, what are you going to do? Some of them would say nursing, some would also say teachers, some would say engineer, and I'm like, I'm not doing engineer.
That's more
Even
school.
no, and even
Yeah.
nursing, one of my friends, she kind of like was like, you should do it, like think about it. I'm like, well, what kind of nurse? I don't
Yeah, because
do
there's multiple
yeah.
different kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you do like being around kids, maybe you can be a pediatric.
Oh, pediatric
Yeah.
nurse. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I can, right? What? Like, maybe I could. So I applied for Texas Women's University because they have a really good nursing program. I was doing like a bunch of research and I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. I even got accepted. And I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Is
wait,
Texas in Dallas? Or is it still in Houston?
wait,
The Texas
Texas
women's.
Women's
Yeah.
University? I I think they have one in Houston, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Um,
So you applied, you got into that one. But what came down to you officially like going to U of H?
it was cheap.
It was cheaper.
The downtown location, everybody knows. Everybody that goes to UHD instead of U of H, it's cheaper. Um, I liked it. It was a good school. I mean, the teaching program, all my teacher friends that I met, they're really sweet. But we all knew, like, why are we really doing this? We're not even gonna
Yeah.
make anything, you know? We
When
were
when did you find out that, oh shoot, like teachers don't make enough? What, were you already in school, or like was it like, oh shoot, I'm already going and I'm just finding out how much teachers make?
no, I always knew,
Okay.
but I didn't really let that like,
Determine.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I mean, but because also I didn't know what else I would do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was almost like on a time crunch. Like, okay, well, I already completed 3 years. I might as well finish it, you
Yeah.
know? I didn't know like you can change your major or um I mean I knew, but I'm like, do I really want to go through all that?
Yeah.
So I just was like, whatever, I'm almost done. I'm just gonna finish it. Because school, I love school. Like growing up, I loved school. I hated missing days. Like I hated being even late to school. So, as I like got older and was in college, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, when is this gonna end? You know? So just the thought of like, okay, if I change my major, I'm gonna have to do more years in school, and I didn't want to do that. But I knew, I'm like, I had a feeling that I wasn't gonna go straight into teaching like that. Like, I feel like everything that happened was for a reason. Like, I moved out here after I graduated, and then COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing the virtual teaching. I just can't. So,
Did I
uh,
meet? I met you around COVID time or
well,
2021.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because when I okay,
I was still
so
wearing a mask at the time. So you moved here because I remember
no, we were what essential workers.
we were essential workers. So you moved over here.
Okay, there's just so much I can talk about because I'm trying to get to the point where all throughout high school, college, I worked. Like I worked. I always had
Oh
a
shit,
job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right when you turned 16, or was it like you
No,
waited a
my
little bit?
senior year of high school, I started working.
Okay,
I worked at a something like clothing store at the Galleria Mall.
retail.
Yeah, and now I'm like, I don't know why my mom let me work. Why? What was I thinking? Like trying to get, I was trying to grow up too fast, but because I wanted to buy my own stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just always like had that like, okay, if I want something, I'm gonna work for it,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm glad my mom did let me work because I hated that job. I
A
would,
lot of parents don't let kids work nowadays. They wait. They make them wait longer.
yeah,
So, and I only know that because you know,
yeah.
and that's crazy because my mom made me work right when I turned 16.
There's parents that will tell you like, no, you're gonna work,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know, and then there's some like, no, like go to school,
Girl. Yeah,
you
my
know.
sister does not work yet and she wants to work because she's like, I want to buy my own things. But my mom's like, no, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll
And
buy
I'm
it for you.
like, yeah, I'll
You're
buy it
like,
for
you didn't
you.
do that to me.
Exactly. I turned 16 on my birthday. 2 days later, you're working. You need to
Yeah,
find a job. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. No, so I started working my senior year of high school. So my last period of class, I would leave early to go to the Galleria Mall. Who would take me? Because
You
I
weren't
didn't
driving yet?
drive
Oh, shoot. Okay.
and I would not Uber. Oh
She's
my
like, wait, what
God.
happened?
No, how would I get to work? I think my mom, I think my mom would take me. Girl, I don't remember
It's
how I would
okay.
get
You
to
don't have to.
work.
Yeah.
But basically, I worked since I was a senior in high school, and then I quit that job. I was only there for like like summer,
Okay.
because then I had to start school. But I'm like, okay, I have to pay for my school because
Mm-hmm.
I paid for majority of my school, and then there was like the last year of school that I'm like, Mom, I cannot afford it anymore because UH U of H does like payment plans per
Yeah.
semester, and I after my retail job, I went to Central Market
Okay.
in Houston, and they pay pretty good for like starting
Oh,
jobs.
yeah. Yeah, for
Like
sure. Yeah.
it's not minimum wage, so that's how I was like, I need to work at a job that I can and I am able to pay for my school. Um, and so I remember it was my last year of school, and I was like, I can't afford it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I had told my mom like I need to take a break, like I need to save some money and then go back to school, and she was like, no, I'm
Oh
gonna
shit.
pay for
Okay.
the rest of
Oh,
your
that's
last
nice of
year,
her.
because she's like, I already know once once
Once,
you
yeah, you
stop,
leave.
you're not going
Majority
back.
of people don't go back. Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have. I would have been like, no, But so, I was working at Central Market all throughout U of H, and then um I lost my train.
You're good. You
Um
move. What year did you move over here?
okay,
Pandemic.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. So I waited. Okay, basically I met my ex,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have like a history of like, going to high school together, and we reconnected. We fell in love, whatever. He was already living here in Austin. And
Oh, okay.
that's the
Okay.
only reason why I'm bringing him up, because
Yeah.
that's like part of my story why I moved to Austin. Um
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that he was already
yeah,
here.
he was already living here.
Okay.
I think he had just moved here. But I was still over there in Houston. We were doing the whole long distance because I was in school, and I, decided after graduating I was going to move out here. Um and so I'm like, but where am I going to work?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a transfer from Central Market to
The one
the
here.
Central Market here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I met you.
Yeah.
But I had moved here 20 2020. No, wait. Yeah, 2020,
2020.
like January.
Oh shoot!
Cuz
Like right before the
right,
pandemic.
no,
Okay.
yeah, because I graduated 2019 December.
Okay.
And then I told my mom, like, I had told her like I think a month before graduating that I was going to move out here, and she didn't believe me. I remember we were in okay, so the first person that I told that I was going to move out here was my brother.
Okay.
Um cuz they knew I was in a relationship, and there was no way that he was going to move back over here, back to Houston, cuz he had just moved over here. So I'm like, the only way this is going to work is if I move out here,
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, like,
Why not?
why not? I already finished school. I was already thinking like, my mom can't tell me no. Like, I went to school, like,
Mm-hmm.
now, I
Graduated.
did what you guys expected. I did finish school, and if I wanted to move to another state, I
You
was
could have.
just in that like mindset of like, okay, I already did my duties here at home. Now it's time for me to like figure my life out.
Yeah.
So I told my brother, um, I told him first because uh, he's like my little baby. Like,
Your
when
baby
my
brother.
yes,
Okay.
he like I love all my siblings, but I feel like my brother, me and him, we have like a special like relationship, because again, like when my parents separated, like I was always like making sure he was good, like just I don't know, like I loved dressing him up, and like
How old was he when they separated?
he was 4.
Okay.
So he was little.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I would shower him sometimes up until he started like getting a little bigger. Then he
Yeah.
was like,
That's
okay.
crazy. He was 4.
Yeah, he was 4.
I think my sister was 4 too.
Really?
Yeah. My
When they
sister.
separated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was like 3, 4, and then it was like, oh shoot, like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I told him first because I knew that he would be very like honest with me
Hmm.
about like what he thought. I wanted to know like
The youngest siblings always are. They don't care.
and he was just like, really? You're
Okay.
actually moving? And I'm like, yeah. And I think he was like, did you tell mom? Because me and my mom are like this.
Yeah.
So he was like, wait, did you tell mom? And I'm like, no, I haven't told her yet. But I
You're
wanted
like,
to tell you
need
first.
your advice. Yeah.
Yeah. He he's always, until this day, he's always like the one that tells me like, do you, like, you can do whatever you
Yeah.
put your mind to. Um anyways, so he was in high school when I told him that I was coming here. So there was a day where we picked him up from school. It was me, my mom, and we went to Chick-fil-A, and in the Chick-fil-A driveways, when I told my mom, I don't know
Ugh.
why just I'm like, I just have to
You,
tell
you
her.
let it out.
Yeah. And she didn't believe me. She was like, "You're lying." I'm like, "No, I'm being serious." I'm like, "I'm moving to Austin right after I graduate." And she didn't believe me. She was like, "No, there's no
She's
way."
like, it's not happening.
Yeah. And so December came, she did me a little like graduation party. Um he was there.
Okay.
I Cuz we had like mutual high school friends.
Yeah.
And so I remember my mom did like this whole speech. I don't know if I have the paper still. I need to find it. But she like told me the speech in front of everyone and was like, you know, I think that's when she realized, okay, she's moving.
Yeah.
And she was just saying like, you know, I'm proud of you, and you're gonna do great wherever you go, and we're gonna miss you. Cause I was the first one out of like my whole family to leave.
Yeah.
Like all my family's still back at home, which is not far, but um. Oh man, the day that I that I left was hard because that same day that I moved, I had my interview at Central Market.
Okay.
Like literally the same day, we brought all my stuff. My mom, my stepdad, my brother. I don't think my sister came, but and my little baby sister. She was just born. She was like what,
Couple months.
5 months
Oh wow.
old? Yeah. So the day that I came to move my stuff, that same day I got ready and I went to the interview, and I already knew I was gonna get it because they told me like we still have to interview you, but
Yeah.
you know, um, I feel like I'm talking a lot.
No, no, it's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. No, I want you to tell me
Okay.
everything.
Okay. You're like, tell me everything.
And then when
But yeah,
you
that's how I started working at Central Market, and
because you worked already there for a while, right?
yeah. Um,
So when you moved, did you immediately move in with your ex or no?
so it was him and his brother,
Oh, okay. Okay.
which I feel like looking back now, I should have waited
Okay.
because it wasn't our place. It was their place, and I
Yeah.
was coming into their place, which I'm sure, I have a good relationship even till this day with his whole family, but I think I should have waited. I think
Like got in your own place
yeah,
first and
because
like, you know.
I don't know why I don't know.
I mean,
Sometimes love
sometimes
just
I
do that
think
stuff
well
to you,
love, but also like okay, I'll save some money. I don't have to pay so much. Like that's what I would have thought of too. Immediately moving in like, okay, if I'm moving in with them too, I'll pay less in
Oh
rent
no,
or
yeah,
yeah.
that part we had to figure it out. Like I already knew it was gonna work out,
Yeah.
but I feel like everything just happened so fast because we long distance for a whole year, and like I said, the only way it was gonna work is if I moved over here.
Mhm.
So um I think I should have waited until like the early situation
Mhm.
was like done, but then I'm like that's not fair to the brother because I'm sure they're saving a lot by
Yeah.
splitting, so I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say I did it wrong, but I feel like we could have done it
Yeah.
differently. But I mean, it worked out. Yeah, we were living with his brother for like 2, 3 years, and then I was just like,
Okay.
yeah, I was like, okay, I think we need our own space.
Space. What do you feel like was like the hardest part moving over here?
The hardest part.
Yeah, mentally or like challenging. I know your family's not here.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest part
Yeah.
because there was days where like I would be like crying like in my room, like
Okay.
it hit me, like I would get very homesick, and um he would tell me like what's wrong, like what, and I'm like I don't know, it just hits me sometimes where I'm like damn, like I really did move out,
Mhm.
you know. But aside from that, I mean, I was like, well, it's not too far. I can go whenever.
Yeah.
So I started going more and more. Now I feel like I go less, but it's because I'm so busy. My life is different now. But um, aside from that, I think I've never lived with anyone,
Okay.
and let alone, like, I'm living with two guys.
Mhm.
I'm a girl, so it obviously
Yeah, was it hard living with two guys?
it was It was not hard, but I feel like me, I'm such a particular person as far as like, not saying that they were dirty, but
Mm-hmm.
boys are boys. Like
Mm-hmm.
they leave stuff
Oh
everywhere.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like random things, and I'm just like, I don't fucking understand why this is here.
Yeah.
I swear, I don't understand.
No,
Sometimes
yeah.
Rudy be leaving shit, and I'm like, bro, seriously?
Yeah. No, so that was one thing that I'm like, okay, I've never lived with anyone. Like I've never like that's not my family. I've
Mm-hmm.
never lived with another guy. That was my boyfriend. So not that it was hard, it was just some adjusting,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously we grew up differently. Like there's just little things that we would kind of bicker, like, no, that's not how you do it. This is how
Okay.
you do it. Or but it was things that were like, okay, we have to agree on something and. Um, but aside from that, I mean, I feel like I've always been a good saver since I started working.
Okay.
So I don't think like financially it was a problem. I think we both like knew well like how to kind of manage the bills and stuff like that.
So whenever you moved, how old were you when you moved over here?
I think I was 23.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm 30. Girl.
So
No, because
you don't look 30.
no, I'm just thinking like that's my brother's age now, and to me, my brother's like a baby still.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, I was 23, and I didn't know what I was doing, girl. I think the hard part too was making friends,
Yeah.
even though I
So
like
tell me
at
about
work.
that. Like you were
So my
20, 23. You left all your friends behind. You
yeah,
know, how did you, okay. So first work. I'm assuming you made friends at work here.
yeah, my first friend, I always remember him because his name is. I think you know him.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
have to show you a picture. He's
Okay.
so sweet. He's such a sweet guy. Um, because I was a cashier and he was my first friend, and he is so welcoming, and
Oh.
that's what I was nervous about because people back in Houston, they're a little like mean,
Yeah.
So that was something that I was nervous about was like making friends and are they nice here? Are they mean? So he was super nice. He knew that I wasn't from Austin, and um, always made me feel welcome, like so sweet. And then um yeah, basically my coworkers, I wouldn't say like they were my friends, but they were
Yeah.
new people that I met. Um and then coming into a new workspace, like everyone already has their own like
Little groups. Yeah.
yeah, work friend and which I was there just to work and make money. Like I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really like trying to I don't know, I didn't have that mindset of like, okay, you have to make friends. I was more so like, how am I gonna make more money?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm always that way. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think, I mean, to this day, at not both gyms, one specific gym, I don't try to be friends with anybody. I'm just there to work and like,
yeah.
I'll say hi or how's your day, what you been up to,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy.
Yeah. No, and another thing, like most of them were kind of old.
Everybody was older. I thought it was crazy because whenever I was
Were
there
you
at
already working there in 2020?
2021
Oh,
at
so I was
Central,
already working there a year, and then you
I think
got
so,
there.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I think what was crazy was that there was a lot of college students when I was there at the department we worked in. And I thought everybody was so nice and so cool because everybody was going through the same shit I was. I was like,
Yeah.
ugh, fucking have to pay these bills.
Yeah. No, well, when I was a cashier there, I feel like majority of them were older. And then I moved to curbside, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there was people more my age,
Mm-hmm.
and I love curbside.
It was chill,
Yeah.
easy.
There I can say I did make some friends,
Yeah.
and then I met you, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the first time we started
I don't
talking.
remember the first time. I don't know if it was like one of my trainings.
Were you in curbside?
Yeah, I immediately
Oh,
went into curbside,
okay.
and oh, I was so excited because I was like, "Ugh, I'm done being a cashier. I was done. I think I worked at a restaurant before I worked at Central Market. I was like, yay, I'm ready. Like,
Yeah. It's a chill job.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good chill job. Um, but I knew I did not want to be there
Oh yeah.
forever. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cuz my thing is I'm anywhere I work, I always want to move up.
Mm-hmm.
Like always. So when I was a cashier, I was trying to be a lead, and they were
Mm-hmm.
like, "We don't have any positions to be a lead." And then I was like, "Okay, well, how can I be a manager?"
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "We don't have positions."
Managing positions, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm like, okay, I already mastered the cashier
Yeah.
uh position. Like, what else now? You know. So then I went to curbside. That's where I became a lead towards the end, like right before I left. And then after that, I was trying to move up even more to go to like the back office.
Mm-hmm.
And they were telling me you have to do like some like training for like 6 months or
Oh
something.
shit,
And
I
I'm
didn't
like,
know
okay,
that.
I'm not doing that. Just put me there now.
But you
So
were a lead though, because I
yeah,
remember, yeah.
yeah, I was the lead. And then I think COVID started slowing down. So I was like, okay, let me go back to what I really went to school for. So I
Mm-hmm.
started applying to schools. Okay, well, one of the managers there that he was the one that helped me get my job that I have today.
Okay. Yes.
Um
Yes.
he knew
Well, because when you left, I came back the next day and I told the lead, I was like, "Where's Dennise?" And oh girl, she left. I said, she didn't even tell me bye.
Oh,
And like, but
wait.
I
Oh, cuz
remember
you okay, okay, okay.
because I remember you left, but I thought you were going back to teaching because I remember we talked about it.
Yeah.
And you were like, "That's what I went to school for." I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." Like, so
Yeah.
that's what I immediately thought. I'm like, "Oh, she probably got a teacher job. Like, that's so cool."
Yeah, well, so I actually applied to a school that I wanted to work at, and I was like, okay, if they give me the grade that I want, which was first grade,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
And um, they interviewed me, and they were like, we'll give you whatever grade you want. And
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'll take first grade. And then they were like, okay, let me just go over some things, and I'll email you your offer letter.
Okay.
And I'm like, dang it, I'm gonna get it, right? But the next day, um, when I went to work, that lead manager, no, I was leaving work and he's following me to my car, like almost like running after me. So if he wouldn't have caught me, I probably wouldn't have
Taking
like,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was just like, hey, I know you're trying to find like something better. My wife's job is hiring. And I'm like, oh, where does she work at? And he's like, for a plastic surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, boy, I do not have any
Experience.
I do not have any. What am I gonna do there? And he was like, no, no, it's for like the front. And I'm like, oh, okay, but I don't know anything about surgery.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no, like it's like you should just go for it. Like it's not that
And
hard.
try it.
You're
Yeah.
overthinking it, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went and I got the job like the same day.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I left the interview, well, no, when I left that interview, I got my email from the teacher
Oh, shoot.
position.
Okay.
Literally, like I was sitting in
Back
the
to back.
car, yeah, and I think I called my mom and I was like, "Mom, I don't know what to do. Like I have two job positions
Yeah.
in my hands right now. Where do I go?" And she was like, "Go with the medical because you'll probably never get that again. Like the fact that they hired you with no experience, like just do it, you know."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay."
Who's offering you more?
The plastic
The plastic
surgeon.
surgery. Okay.
Yeah. And
Which is crazy, no?
yeah. And even till this day, I could say I make more than a teacher. And
Yeah.
that's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Which I'm grateful for, right? But even now at my job, like I love it, but again, I'm like, okay, what else? I don't know what it is. I get bored of things so fast.
Yeah.
Once it's like a repetitive thing, I'm like, okay, this I cannot. I'm working like a computer, like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. But, I think this year for me too, it solidified that you can be more than one thing. You can be
Like
more
juggle
than your
more than one.
job. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be more. You can do more than your job. Like you
Yeah.
are not just your job.
Yeah. No,
So,
and
yeah.
I mean, everyone at work for the most part is like they know like this is
Yeah.
not you. you
Mm-hmm.
know, like, and so whenever like they see like my content creating stuff, like that's where they're like, oh my God, I love, like, what, you went here or you did this or how
Mm-hmm.
did you do that, you know? And they know that I love doing that,
Mm-hmm.
you know? um, but to me, it's like no job is forever. Like, that's just how I see it, you
Yeah.
know? Like, you always have to kind of prepare, like, okay, what's next?
Yeah. There's like, and like also financially, it's like you should get I think it's a 10% increase in your pay each year. Because then there's no point in
Mm.
staying there. It's like 10%. It's something like that. And
Yeah.
that's why most people leave after a year and a half of being at somewhere because
Mm-hmm.
they're not getting paid more, or it costs more to hire somebody new than to keep somebody you already have.
Yeah.
So I do want to get into your marketing now that we're talking about it. So what sparked up
Like, what
her
started?
social club?
What do you mean?
Because you were already doing content like during work and stuff like that.
Okay.
Tell
Yeah.
us what content you were doing first
Yeah.
for people
Okay.
who don't know.
So I started trying to do like the whole fitness influencer
Mm-hmm.
thing. Um, actually, since I was in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't like back then, girl. I was not like how I am now. Like with, you know, just my, I've progressed for sure, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I started off as a like fitness influencer, if you want to call it that. But I would post like workouts, getting ready for the gym, like anything gym related, anything fitness related. And once I started seeing that that was taking over like the purpose of working out, because basically I was so like I wasn't enjoying my workouts as
Mm.
much because I'm like, okay, I have to record, and then sometimes I couldn't, and then I wouldn't even work out because I was so mad that I couldn't record because I don't know, there was too many people at the gym, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is not the way it needs to be, you know? So I stopped doing the whole fitness content, and now I just do like lifestyle, or I do like different stuff.
Sparked up her social club.
Oh, like
Like when did the idea come to you and you were like, "Oh my god, let's fucking do this. Like let's do it."
okay. So one of our friends asked me the same question, and I hate that I have to like bring up my breakup,
Yeah.
but the breakup really like brought this whole side of me.
Okay.
Just because I feel like my story will make more sense if I do say this. So I was in a almost 7-year relationship that didn't end up working out, and my whole life like changed.
Mhm.
I mean, my living situation, my everything.
Mhm.
Like for I mean, I'm sure I don't know if people know this, but I don't have like one single family member here in Austin. So when all that happened, I was like eager to go back home because I'm like, what the heck am I gonna do here? You know.
Yeah.
Um, Thankfully, like one of my coworkers, and I, you know, till this day, I'm so grateful for her because she like took me in, and I feel like everything just aligned the way it needed to because she was also living by herself.
Mhm.
Her husband had, you know, just passed away, and I feel like, I mean, not saying that I'm glad her husband passed away, you know,
No,
but
yeah. Yeah, we're both helping each other out in a
yeah,
hard place. Yeah.
yes, it just like
Mhm.
it just I don't know, like it just all made sense. And so, and she's always been like, even when I was in my relationship, she was always like good to me and him, and just I don't know, I feel like she sees me as like a daughter almost, you know.
Mhm.
So basically I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? You know, I told like, and you even knew like I was trying to go back home, and
Yeah.
I think you were kind of like, she was even like telling me like, come stay with us, and you know, and I'm like, I am not staying with a married couple, I'm sorry. I just know that, you know, I am like grateful that you offered me, all my coworkers
Mhm.
offered me to stay with them, but they're all married,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, I cannot be in the middle of a marriage because,
Mhm.
not saying that like anything will happen like if I were to stay with you and Rudy, but like I don't know.
No, you don't
You
feel
know what I mean?
comfortable. And
You
that's
know?
okay. And that's okay.
Because I have like so much respect for just marriages. Like I
Mhm.
don't know, I have this whole thing on like commitment, and I would hate to be the one to like ruin that. You know, like let's
Mm-hmm.
just say like one day like Rudy's like, see, it's your fault. Why'd you bring her here? Or, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I would hate that. So thankfully, the only person that I was like, okay, I think it could work was my coworker,
Mm-hmm.
because you know she didn't have a man. So um even though I was like so eager to go back home, I
Yeah.
had already given like my 2 weeks at work. We had already hired someone.
Yes. I remember this. I told her 3 times not to go home. I was like, I don't think you need to go home. I was like, girl, you
I
don't
was
need to go
not
home. I
thinking
promise you.
straight. I was so hurt. I was not thinking straight. I was just like, I want my mom,
But
you
I
know.
mean, like, I don't think you need to apologize because it was something that just happened. It was something you
And
were going through and you were
it
like,
came out of the
nowhere.
blue.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like just a slap in the face. Like it's almost like, God forbid, like you lose someone, like, but let's just say like you get a phone call and someone passes away. It's
Mm-hmm.
that kind of like shock,
Yeah.
you know, because it's like, whoa, like, okay. And internally, I was freaking out.
Yeah.
But like when all that happened, I was like, okay.
You're trying. Yeah. I was very surprised how chill you were because
No.
I would have gone, like, I would have
Okay.
lost my shit. Yeah.
Now I would have, there's just, I don't know. I
You don't
don't know.
have to say anything bad, but I
No, no,
just
I'm just saying,
personally,
like, now that sometimes I do sit in my thoughts and I'm just like, why do I just let it be so easy for people? Like,
yeah.
I could have really gone off. But yeah, I was like, you know what? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to figure it out. We're going to, like, get through this. And I'm so glad that I stayed. Not saying that I don't, like being home, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like if I would have been mad at myself, because I would have been so like, Dennise, you could have done it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you could have kept going,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm glad I stayed. And yeah, I moved in with my coworker, which was, again, wrong timing, because she was trying to find a new home.
Yeah.
Her house was on the market. And then here I come with all my freaking bags of clothes and like my dog
Yeah.
into this lady's house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this lady's trying to sell her house while I'm over here like with half my apartment in
Yeah.
here, you know. That was such a like, and then on top of that, like, life just keeps going. I still had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I had to like put on my makeup. I would, you know, cry putting on my makeup. I'm like, Dennise, stop. Okay, we gotta clock in, you
Yeah. We
know.
got to clock in.
We gotta clock in because you gotta get paid. No, but it was so hard, girl. But I think I got through the hard part.
Yeah.
Um, I feel
I
like,
remember when you texted me and you were like, what the fuck is my life right now? And I was just
girl,
like, you're going to get through it, you know?
wait.
Because I remember you sent me a picture and because I said, because I
No,
think
but
you're looking for,
I'm trying to remember, when did I tell you that we broke up?
you told me maybe a couple days after.
Like, did I
Because
tell you
you
in
were
person
house
or I
sitting.
texted you?
No, you texted me and then I met you up and you were house sitting for your boss. Because then I met you downtown. And that's when you told me.
Oh.
Because you were like, you're never going to guess.
I don't remember this. I was so like
It's
in La La
okay.
Land.
Yeah, there's
You
a
know?
lot going on. You don't have to
Yeah.
remember. But
No, but
that's
I'm
when you
like,
told
whoa.
me.
We were at Laurel's.
We were going to Laurel's because
Oh,
you were
okay.
like, have you ever been? And I was like, no. And so
Okay.
we went. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When I told my like friends here, girl, they were like, "You're lying." Like, what?
Yeah.
Because I mean, people that know us, like, uh, we looked happy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, people were like, oh, like it was always like him and Dennise, or like, so I can see that shock in like people when I would tell them, like, they were
Yeah.
like, no, like even our families. Oh man, there's just so much. But to get through all that, I was, you know, trying to figure out, okay, what is next for me? Like, what, number one, I wasn't having enough distractions,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't realize how much more free time you have when you're out of a relationship.
So whenever, and I wanted to ask this, whenever you were in your relationship, I remember you telling me that you always just wanted to be with him.
Um,
Or is that Or is it like, were you, I mean, obviously I
Well, yeah,
understand when,
because like, he was my boyfriend, and yeah, I did love like, being with him, doing everything with him, like, and I did. I guess you could say we didn't really have space,
okay.
you know. The
Well, because
space
that's
that
what I
we
was going to
did
ask.
have was like me going to the gym for like an hour,
Yeah.
or like, I don't know, like,
Because that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if you hung out with your friends as much as you did now when you were in a
no,
relationship. Okay.
no, because I was always like no, and
Yeah.
also like a lot of my friends were single,
Okay.
so I'm like I'm not hanging out with. Not that I didn't want to hang out with them, but like sometimes they would like just. It's funny because they would do a lot of drinking and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was not really. I was kind of like over that. I don't know, but now that I'm single, out and not saying that I drink a lot, but I don't know. I'm just enjoying
Mm-hmm.
myself, you
Yeah.
know.
As you should. As you should.
Yeah,
So then when did her social
yeah.
come
So
to
that's what
life?
I was saying was like once the breakup happened, I realized I have so much time for myself, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what do I do with it? Because at first I'm just like obviously like thinking about him and just like all I could think about was him and the situation
Mm-hmm.
and how can we make it work again and how can we I don't know. And I'm like, you have way too much time to be like thinking about that daily, daily, daily. So um I was like, you know what? I'm in Austin for a reason, and I'm just gonna do like a social club because I was like, okay, I just need to hang out with more people. Like
Mm-hmm.
I need to meet more people. And I was like, the only way to do that is to start the club.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, that's basically how I started it. I didn't know like what I wanted to name it, but
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I wanted it to be for like all women cuz at that point I'm like, ew, I hate men. Like I don't want to see men ever
Yeah.
again. No, it's I don't hate anybody, but
But you just
yeah.
wanted like an only girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to really like connect with more girls that have stories like mine maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because um I met a girl that had a similar story as mine.
Okay.
And if I would have never had my social club, I probably cuz she came to one of my events. I think it was the Kendra Scott one. I don't
Okay.
remember. But just hearing girl stories like that, I'm like, "Oh my god, you too? Like what? He did that?"
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Remember the one at the Girls Walk Club when we went to the farmers market?
Her too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you see, you're not the only one going through this. But
What do you feel like's been the most like rewarding part of starting your social club?
um I think like meeting girls of all ages, especially like the older ones
Mm-hmm.
that come, that kind of is like what makes me happy because I'm like, girl, yes, like you're never too old. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of women that once they get to a certain age, they think like, oh, no, I'm too old. I'm not gonna go like what? Like there's not gonna be other.
People my age. Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
when I
Yeah.
see that, I'm like, yes. Like I
You're
don't
like,
know.
yes.
Yeah. And then those are the ones that come up to me and they're like, thank you for having this, and I had so much fun. I'm glad I came. Um, I think that's what like keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's times where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, why am I really doing this?
Yeah.
But then when I see that, I'm like, okay, this is why. And I'm not, I don't. My goal with the club is not to make money
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of social clubs here in Austin that,
That make a shit ton of money.
yeah,
That you'd be
which is great.
surprised.
It's great.
Which
Like
is yeah.
that's a plus. If I could make money off of it, yeah. But I feel like at the end of the day, as long as it's free,
Mm-hmm. Because truthfully, when I go somewhere and I go to an event and it's like a social club or like a networking event, and if I don't even get to meet the person who runs it, and
yeah,
it's like, well, kind of like, what's the fucking point, Not
yeah.
the point, because obviously you meet other people, you meet other women, you're like, oh shit, this is so cool.
Wait, have you been to an event where you don't meet?
Yeah, I've been to a couple and I'm just like, well, damn,
Oof.
like, why am I here? I think because I did a community group and I made sure to meet everyone. I made sure to say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
But
no, I think that's one thing that I learned from you too.
because I was like, yeah.
Yeah. And you want to know who, that way when people see you, they're like, oh, you're
Mm-hmm.
the,
Mm-hmm.
and because that's what happens to me too. And that's what I like about Austin is that it's small to where people see you and they're like, wait, you're
Yeah.
her social
It's not
club,
as huge
you know?
as Houston.
Yeah.
Hell no. It's like
Yeah.
3 Austins.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
No, yeah.
But I was like, yeah, because so I went to an event this past weekend, and I think I told you, but I was like talking to these girls, and it's different when you meet people in person that are, and we've talked about this, that are influencers and they don't know how to interact in person. But then there's some people who go to group clubs to try to open up and they
Yeah.
still have a hard time. But I'm over here talking to everybody, and this one lady follows me on Instagram and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're the coffee slut." And I was like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah.
And I think that's what
That's funny.
that feels good because
Yeah.
you're like, "Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Vanessa, like,
Yes.
or I'm Dennise, you know,
Yeah.
nice to meet you."
Yeah. It's funny because people call me Nissy. They say it
Dude.
wrong. I'm like, it's Nissy. So, okay, that's actually my nickname from my family. Like, since I was little, I was always, so I used to be a big tomboy. Like,
Oh, me too.
girl, like, my dad wanted me to be a boy. Like, he always wanted to have a son. And so, me being their first kid, which keep in mind, they had me when they were 16 years old.
Yeah.
And my dad was obviously a guy. He wants to have a little mini me, so he would dress me like a boy. And then from there, I love wearing boy clothes up until like I hated wearing dresses. I hated doing my hair. I hated having my hair
Yeah.
up. I hated earrings. Anything girly, I hated.
Yeah, me too.
And up until I think middle school was when like my friends were like into makeup and they were trying to put makeup on me. They would put like eyeliner in my eye, and I'm over there like, what is this?
Dude, I could not wear makeup. My mom didn't let me.
No,
But
my
only
mom was
for
mad.
only for dance. When I was
No.
dancing, I fucking hated it.
This was 6th grade, girl. My 6th grade
Oh,
friends wearing
gosh.
black eyeliner, and so my mom, not my mom, my friend, she would put eyeliner in my eye, and I'll be like, no, like my mom's gonna get mad at me. I
Yeah.
was such a like.
I could only wear mascara. My mom's like, you can only wear mascara.
No, I could not wear anything. And so my friends would be like, just take it off before you go home. Girl,
Yeah.
my mom was like, you have black under your eyes. I could see.
You're like, no, it didn't happen.
I'm like, no.
That's crazy because I was a huge tomboy too, and I loved WWE. I went to go see John Cena live in person here in Austin when he came, when the Frank Owen Center was still up.
Mm-hmm. I actually
just-
watched
yeah.
WWE too.
Bro, that was my shit.
But because my uncle, who he's 2 years older than me, I always followed him. Like everything he
Okay.
did, I wanted to do, and
Yeah.
he would watch WWE, and I would watch it too.
That's so funny.
But yeah, and then I don't know. I just started being like more girly.
Yeah, started being more feminine.
Yeah.
Getting into it. Yeah.
But I still like dressing like a boy sometimes.
I dress in sweats.
Yeah.
I would dress in sweats all the time. Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about like what can people expect at your events?
Okay, so I think I need to make this clear because a lot of people think it's another like Pilates.
Okay.
And it's not. Even though I do like having Pilates
Mhm.
like events because that's what the girls like, but I don't want it. I don't want
It's
my
not just Pilates.
no.
Yeah.
I don't want my social club to be not that I'm trying to like throw shade on like Pilates.
Well, yeah,
clubs.
it's not just associated with that.
No.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of it was for women to socialize, to make more friends, to meet new people. Because
Mhm.
that's something that I struggled with moving out here.
Mhm.
And then being in a relationship, you only want to be with your significant other. So I didn't know, like, I don't know. But yeah, basically just anything that involves like interacting, learning a new skill. Like we
Mhm.
had the cocktail class, which that one was fun.
That was really fun.
Yeah. I want to do another one of those, but I don't know, just different things that women can do throughout Austin, and we'll still have a lot of like wellness events and stuff, but it's more so meeting and networking
Mm-hmm.
and interacting,
Learning. Yeah.
which I would love for all of them to be free, but sometimes like venues charge
They
and I
charge,
have to
yes.
pay, so it's like as much as I hate charging, I have to,
Mm-hmm.
because girl, I'm gonna go broke if I keep doing them for free.
Okay, I want to ask. So her social club, you can follow it. I'll have it down in the description. Make sure to keep up with her events. I'm excited for what 2026 is going to bring for her social club. And I do want to ask, because you just turned 30 this year, which is 30, flirty and thriving.
Yes, and I love being 30.
Yeah. I love that because I can't wait till I'm 30.
Girl, no.
I can't wait.
Why?
I'm tired.
Why? Okay.
Because,
what do
okay,
you look
this is
forward-
why.
Okay, okay.
This is why. Because I'm going to ask you this question. What advice would you give someone who's in their 20s trying to figure it out? If it's one thing.
So I've only been 30 for 4 months. But I feel like I've learned so much, like, about me. And I don't know if it's because of, like, that whole life change.
Mhm.
Maybe it has a lot to do with that, too.
Mhm.
But I would say, like, if you have an idea, just go for it. Like, even if you have a little doubt,
Yeah.
just go for it, and you can do more than one thing. Like, always have a backup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you figure it out. Like, there's always, okay, so one thing I've learned is you're always evolving. You're always changing.
Changing,
Even,
yep.
So you're all smiling.
He's stretching and smiling.
I'm like, who are you smiling? I forgot he was here.
Yes.
No,
Oh my
I
gosh,
would
she's
just
crazy.
say, like, I know it sounds, I hope this doesn't sound like unmotivating, but you're never gonna have it figured out, because, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
because you're always trying to find what's next,
Mhm.
and
And truly, I don't think anybody has it figured out.
no,
No.
no, because there's always something, like, I don't know if this is like what everyone kind of thinks, but I feel like for me, there's always something new that I want to get into.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I just can't stick to one. So that's what I would say, like, whatever comes to your mind, like, do it. And if it doesn't work out, you do something else. You
Yeah.
don't
But at least you
dwell on
tried.
that. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if you never try, how would you ever know?
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's good. I love that. Okay. So with every interview so far, I've been doing this rapid fire questions to wrap up. Go to song when you're trying to feel like I'm that bitch kind of song. Or not even song, just like genre or singer that you're
Yeah.
like, I need to put on so I can feel
Yeah.
in a good mood. It can be anybody. Top of your mind.
It's because I just love SZA.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
SZA.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She just has different stages of,
She does. And her music's really different. I like how it's soft,
Yeah.
but she's very like, I am that bitch.
Yeah.
Favorite local spot that you've discovered since moving to Austin?
I'm trying to think, like, where do I go a lot? I stay at South Congress, even though they have the same stuff. But
yeah.
okay, like recently you recommended this place to me. It was the Taqueria de Diez.
Mm-hmm.
That place.
Oh, that place was really
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Oh my god. I was so happy they opened the South one.
What did you get? Wait,
I
they have
got
another
okay.
one?
They have another one. They have one downtown.
Oh,
And I refused to drive downtown on 6th Street. And I was like, I'm not going to that one.
I didn't know they had one there.
That was their first one. And then they opened up one in the South Lamar.
Oh.
Yeah. I got chicken tacos on corn with con todo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
it was so good.
Next time you go, you got to try the volcán.
What's that?
It's like a tostada with cheese, melted cheese, and then it's basically like a tostada.
Tostada.
Yeah. It's so good. Yeah, that place.
I'm going to have to try it.
Sure. Yeah.
Coffee or cocktail for socializing?
For socializing,
Mm-hmm.
for me, uh, I think I think it depends because I feel like if I'm comfortable with you, I'm gonna say coffee.
Okay.
But if I don't know you
Or want to let loose?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
so you should feel special.
She said, I got you on coffee.
Yeah.
What's one piece of advice you'd give your younger self? If 16-year-old you was looking at you now,
What would I tell her?
what would you tell her?
Look at how brave
Mm-hmm.
you are. Yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah. And I feel like I've always been a brave
Mm-hmm.
person, like since I was little. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Because
But I
my,
love that.
yeah,
Look how brave you are. Look
yeah,
how far you've come.
yes.
Yeah.
No, for real. Sometimes like I'd be driving and I'm like, girl, you really are doing it.
Yeah.
And it's not even like I'm not rich. I'm not like I don't have a lot of money or my own place, girl, but I feel like I don't know, like mentally it's like I'm better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I've said this in a couple episodes before, but I'm like, if you're not right up here, like nothing's really right.
Yeah.
And
And I have my days, like I feel like
everybody
everyone,
has
like
bad days. Yeah.
you have your
Hmm.
days where you just like don't
But
want to
it,
talk to anybody, but
but if we didn't have bad days, we wouldn't really appreciate the good ones, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So Denise's story reminds us that community isn't given, but it's built. It doesn't just happen. You build it. And I'm really happy you came on. I think if you're finding yourself in a new city or going through something and, something pops up and you want to take risks and just start something, do it. I think Denise's story is such a good example. Nobody has it figured out, which I love, especially if you just moved to a new city. So I'm going to put Denise's social club in the description as well as her personal one because she is coming up with new things, which I'm very excited for her to announce. Do you want to say anything else before we hop off?
Um, I think we need to have another segment.
Okay.
I think we do because there's so much that I want to share. Um, but no, just thank you for having me. It was very comfortable and
That's the whole
cozy.
that's the whole vibe I'm going for.
Yeah, and you've
Cozy.
only drank your coffee like
I know. I'm going to finish it though because
okay.
I'm like listening and talking and you know. So if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to subscribe to the Coffee Slut podcast as well as following our socials on Instagram and TikTok, which I will leave in the description below. And if you want to be on the Coffee Slut podcast, make sure to apply on our Instagram. It is in our link in our bio. And I'm so excited to talk to you. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want more, make sure to stay updated with our drops. I will see you next time.